Welcome to the big house, Michigan Stadium. Just about to turn the corner into the back half of the season here on EA Sports College Football. It is Week 7, and the Nittany Lions ready to kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Wolverines offense will get first crack at it here. And here comes Bryce Underwood. This is nothing but a good-on-good matchup. Big-time offense, elite defense. It ought to be fun. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Can't get him to the ground.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something. It's a really good sign if you're on offense. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. Got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Grab behind the line. It's Buchanan. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They're about to snap it for the 10th time on this opening drive, but they need a conversion to keep the drive alive on 3rd. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. The Wolverines trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense
Touchdown Wolverines! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a 3rd down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And finding space to throw the football against this secondary will be a challenge.
And this talented guy out wide, man, for this offense, he has had his way this season. This will be the biggest challenge for him. And what's the answers on that side? What do they present? Nobody's really been able to stop him, and he's going to get his. But, Palmer, how do they limit the damage, and how do they maybe focus on him and make others beat you?
Well, they talked to us this week on defense. They said, look, we want to play zone as much as we can. We need to bracket him as often as possible in and out, but we know he's going to line up in different spots, so obviously we've got to communicate. The one thing the quarterback told us this week is, I don't care where he lines up, and I don't care who they cover him with, if it's 1 or 2 guys, I'm still throwing him the football because I know he is going to make plays.
Fakes to grab. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll run out of the gun, James Peoples. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Pulls it in. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Knocked down, but not before he gets the first down after recovering the fumble. The give on the counter. Turning it on. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Underwood on the play action. Throws to the tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Off play action on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hansen. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. They'll give it to People. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. The Nittany Lions, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Off play action. Throws for the tight end. Working the big fella to the corner. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. Trying to run, it's Hansen. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That is his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive, and then quickly went to Pott with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with this 3rd possession. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught.
Play action with Underwood. Fires to the right. He's got it.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful a reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
When you run the football and then throw in the play action, it's such a tricky thing for the defense. Do I play run? Do I come up fast? It opens those holes right behind the linebackers and between the safeties to make the passing game just a little bit easier.
Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
And the Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Got a man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The Wolverines are threatening on 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Rushes on him. And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty marker right at the line of scrimmage, and this may go against the defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. This quarterback part of their running game. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. And the Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up. Using his feet. Did not get an inch. This defense digging in, and it's 4th and goal.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Running inside, it's Hansen. He'll be stopped at the 15. It'll be a 1st down, and this defense misses an opportunity to keep them backed up close to the goal line. Looking for a man, it's Beck. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Trying play action. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. He's got it down the field. A lot of room to the right. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Penn State will spend its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. The Nittany Lions didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Fires to the tight end.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the... Caught, and he's got room. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. The Nittany Lions decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Wants to throw on 3rd. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They make the stop, but he's got enough for the 1st down, and now this offense might have a chance to do something. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Throwing, Underwood unloads it downfield. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. He lobs one high down the left side. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man, it's Hansen. Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space, it's Hansen. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They feed him again. Nice move there. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll run it on the counter. There's some room. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. And the Nittany Lions pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to pass. It's Beck. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Pulls it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Looking to throw on first down. Takes the easy one to the back. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to fire. Going for 6. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Fit it in the window for the score. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that. Oh, and they blocked it. Picks it up. That's a live ball.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The run inside. It's Marshall. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's got it again. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And just an outstanding return, takes it back to the 7-yard line. And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Looking for the goal line.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. With that last catch, over 500 yards receiving on the year for him.
Absolutely center cut. And that will extend their lead even further.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll go to the counter. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Got his man. Changing on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Made a defender miss. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. The Wolverines in the hurry-up. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Bryce Underwood to the air again. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. It's complete to the left. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Here's Underwood to throw. Looking for the score. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. The Nittany Lions peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. The give to the tailback.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their 1st. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. They'll run play action. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks